Hey everyone. So I wanted to just give a shout out to my friend and vaginal steam facilitator, Tamar. She has been very influential in the women's health community in regard towards like fertility, menstrual cycle issues, any type of uterine pain, or anything that can deal with women and feminine type of conditions and dysfunctions. Also, she also helps with men's health too, in terms of helping with erectile dysfunction, warming up the area to help promote blood circulation and increase fertility, and also help with sperm count and other things that can go about in terms of men's health. I tried this out a couple weeks ago, and it was really profound. It was my first time doing something like this. I've never done it before, and the experience was very relaxing and was transformational in terms of my own mental health and my physical health too. I tend to have, in Chinese medicine, we call code in the gallbladder channel, and the gallbladder channel kind of runs along within that area, along the sides of the hips, and it relates to the male parts down there, just to put it that way. That can be due to either external pathogens. Typically, with this, in this case, is cold. It can be a cold environment, cold, damp environment, kind of like what's happening right now within our winter time, where it's cold and it's rainy. Things that I tend to drink, I lean more towards iced beverages. So over time, that can get lodged into that channel, and that can affect that area in terms of giving it pain or giving it contraction in that area. Also, too, that can deal with for both men and female is trauma and anxiety and fear, and that can kind of lock up everything in that area. If you think about the chakras in a Hindu stance, the root chakra and the sacral chakra is in that area of our lower part, or in Chinese medicine, our lower jiao, which are separated into three different areas, which is our upper jiao, and then middle jiao, which is our abdomen area, and then our reproductive organs and everything down there too, kidneys, things like that, is our lower jiao. But for me, in my experience, when I did it, it lasted about 45 minutes, and it was a relaxing environment, like I was saying. And when I got on top the seat and began my session within the physical sense, and feeling the warmth and taking in the visuals that I was having with the space that she has. And she has a very comforting and safe provided space to help facilitate in relaxation and getting you to feel within your own internal self the journey of healing. So I started to just naturally go into a meditative state and close my eyes, and I just started to become more in tune into my own body, and I started having visuals of different things that had happened in my past, either with different relationships or other things that I had in my own self that is regarded as trauma that was coming up. And it wasn't scary. It was just more so of being observant of it and seeing it for what it is. But it was just interesting that those things were coming up while I was doing this steaming procedure. And I started to feel in that area of my body, in the middle of my body between my legs, the tension that I was holding. And I was very surprised that I had that much tension that was there, that I just was unconsciously holding instead of just relaxing. That area just was very contracted and tight. And so I focused on that area to just breathe through visually and just let the muscles in that area believe it's called the perineal, and the taint in those areas to expand as I took a breath in, and then contract naturally as I took a breath out. And that really let go of the things that I was latched on mentally that was coming about, and I was able to really work through that and have this let go process where I just had this downward and outward sensation, or energetically, that was happening with me. That was really good to become aware of, and it felt really good. Like I thought it was relaxed, but when I started to do that, I just got even more relaxed, and it got me more aware of how much tension I hold within that area, within my root and my sacral chakra, that I still need work on foundationally. And so, yeah, it was a very profound first experience that I had, and I'm gonna go back and do it again, and to go back into the meditative state to work on myself for what I have on my own that needs to be worked. And I'm not going to go more in detail about the root and sacral chakra, but essentially that's kind of like your foundational thing of like your roots and upbringing, how you breathe, or the hierarchy of levels. You know, breathe, nurturing, eating, taking in, having foundational relationship with our own self, being grounded here on earth, physically, mentally, and spiritually, and then our sacral chakra of like working in relationship with our sexual energy and everything like that. So yeah, there's some ties with that, and it was very exciting first experience. But I wanted to give my detailed and thorough review on my own personal experience for my male health and how that helped me out. And after that time, um, I was very relaxed throughout the whole time, physically and mentally as well. And I just felt more grounded within my own self. Um, and I didn't have like this cold sensation that usually I have, especially when I work on top, getting myself warmed up. It was a lot more easier to already just naturally be like that. But yeah, I just wanted to share that, and I know that's been quite a few minutes, but yeah. So go check her out. This is her company. It's Punani Steam, and her name is right here. And I'm not sure if I can focus this, but anyways, I will put it in my caption, and I will tag her, and you can go to her page and you can see what she does. And definitely she's very helpful, she's very kind, and she's very knowledgeable of what she does. So definitely hit her up and check her out for women's and male fertility and dysfunction. And yeah, so take care, and I'll talk to you folks soon.